Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of NC-17. I always say exciting, but I think it's beyond exciting now. I think it's just the normal that, I have awesome guests on the show, so that's always a good thing. And that's not stopping today. Today we have a phenomenal actress. Her name is Casey Rhe'Anne. How are you doing today?
I'm great. Thank you so much. And I'm excited to be on here.
Oh yeah. Uh so we're gonna dig into your films and just the projects you've worked with and what you worked on. But let's go back a little bit to when you were younger and was movies and entertainment what you always wanted to do, or was it something that you kind of just happened along with and it kind of fell in your lap?
I would say definitely always something I wanted to do. I went through like a phase where I didn't really see it as like realistic. So I went to journalism for like a short time right after high school. But ever since I was little, yeah, I loved movies. I remember like Mary-Kate and Ashley. I know that's such a weird thing to like reference here, but I used to watch every single like VHS tape, and that's making me feel old saying that. But yeah, every VHS tape that they had, and then as I got older, I just started getting really into like movies and TV, and I would get so into like where's this going? Like, oh, this character, I love seeing them go from this person in season one to like this completely different person later on, and I just always wanted to be a part of that. So yeah.
Uh, well, just to kind of be on the same page with you, I actually do enjoy some Mary Kate and Ashley every now and then.
Nice,
Uh,
nice.
my favorite movie is It Takes Two.
Oh, I loved that when I was little.
Yeah, yeah, me and my mom used to watch it all the time. So, uh, so going forward after, after high school, you said you went into journalism because you kind of had that moment where you didn't think that this would be possible. When you started getting the bug to get back into this and kind of try to make this what you wanted to do, was that a hard transition, or was it just something that you set your mind on and you was like, I'm going to do it no matter what?
I would say kind of just I'm gonna do it no matter what. I did that for about a year and I was like, this isn't making me happy. I want to do what I love. So I just started going for it and chasing the dream, I guess.
Oh yeah. Uh, so when you got booked for your first film or your first project, because I know that sometimes your first film doesn't come out until after your first project, so I don't know. When you got booked for your first project, what was your first initial reaction like when you first realized you were getting the part?
I was really excited because when I first started out, of course, like before you have like the proper headshots and the reel and everything, it's hard to really get replies. So I was trying to do audition after audition, but I didn't have anything to really give them yet. So it's taken a while, and then I finally got, I think it was a college film, or I think it was just a short film. The second one was a college film, but it made me super happy. I was like, yes, finally, and I'll have something for my reel, and I get to do this, and it was really exciting. Um, and then I started doing classes before I actually started booking anything. So it took a little bit, but once I did, it was just like it started all coming together, and it was amazing.
Oh yeah. Uh, Not gonna lie, you got a pretty decent IMDb here. I'm looking at quite a bit of it. We'll start a little bit. We'll go way back to the beginning with Daylight to Dark.
Okay.
You
So
played Bridget.
yeah.
Yeah. Uh, Go ahead. If you can explain the synopsis and how your character played into that role for the people who haven't seen it.
For sure. It's basically it's a vampire story. It's kind of I wouldn't say a sequel, but it's set in the same universe as American Vampire.
Uh-huh.
Has the same writer and everything. So set in the same universe as that. It's kind of like a campy, fun take on vampire horror story. My character, me and my brother are going to a music festival, just going through a breakup, and I meet this guy, and I think he's very alluring, but he ends up being a vampire. So that is a mistake. And it's just kind of like an adventure of like my brother teaming up with this vampire hunter to try to save me. And it's a lot of fun. It was fun to shoot. I think it is available on Tubi and Amazon right now, so that's cool.
Oh
And
yeah.
it's been entered in some different festivals and stuff. But I'm sorry, what were you saying?
No, no, no. Oh no, I said, oh yeah. No, no, you're good. This is your show. I'm in your world now. This is your show. Feel free.
No, no, it's your show. I love being on it though.
Oh no, you're good. Uh, so vampires and that a lot of people say that vampire movies are so cliche because in the 80s you had the Lost Boys, and then after that, 90s. I'm not really sure what vampire movies was out in the 90s, but then Twilight really kind of brought it back, but it brought it back in more of a romantic
Negative.
kind of way.
Yeah.
Yeah. So with Daylight to Dark, would you say that this being your first, venture into horror and vampires, would you say that you don't fall into that this movie doesn't fall into none of those categories and it's its own thing?
I would say it's unique because it kind of makes fun of it, like pokes jokes at itself as it goes along. It's a comedy as well. So I think that kind of adds a different aspect onto it, makes it feel a little bit different than a lot of the other ones. Yeah.
Uh, and then the next thing you came up with, or you were in, was a short called Danger Close. You play Megan.
What did you say? I'm sorry, I cut out first.
The next thing you were in was a short called Danger Close.
Oh, that was a while ago, actually. I think that was one of the first things I did, but that was with a director that I met through Facebook named Kurt, and that was really fun. I'm pretty sure you can find that on YouTube. It's just kind of like a fun action movie. It was so long ago, it's hard to really remember everything, but I know kind of played like the voice of reason in it, I guess, with these two crazy guys trying to solve mysteries. So yeah.
Okay. Uh, all right, so we're gonna get into a franchise that has spawned a lot of different sequels and like remakes and just spin-offs and stuff. We're gonna talk about Friday the 13th, The Awakening.
Oh yeah.
And you play Lenora or Lenore. Yeah.
Yeah, that was fun because my character was just kind of goofy. It was a very small like cameo scene. It's a lot of fun to shoot though. There's a part that I like to put in my reel because it's like, you think you have those shoes on, but then oops, it's gone. And I don't know, it's just kind of a fun role to play. I like that.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, it's a lot of people. So like especially the generation I grew up with, the original Friday the 13th and stuff like that, and going forward, you are now synonymous with that franchise.
I Yeah, I guess so. I didn't really like comprehend that whenever I was shooting, but yeah, that's actually really neat.
And my thing is, it is one of my favorite franchises. Actually, it's probably my second favorite franchise. And any chance I get to talk to anybody who's involved with anything that says Friday the 13th, trust me, I am excited.
What's your first favorite?
Halloween.
Oh, okay, that's a good one too.
Yeah. But see, all right. I normally don't get asked questions on this, but I like that. But so with me, I categorize everything. Like my slashers are your Michael Myers, Jason, Freddy, stuff like that. But then if you really go into it, my favorite subgenre is zombies. I love zombie movies. And so it kind of varies, but Friday the 13th is definitely up there. So uh I do want to talk about a couple projects you got coming up because I am big fans of some of the people you're going to be in the films with, as long with I mean, as with yourself. It's just kind of baffling. I talked to one person and then it's like, dang, it's like 6 degrees of separation because But I do want to talk about Blood on the Bleachers.
I am so excited for the premiere of that. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Uh, have you seen the trailer to it and everything?
Yep.
Yeah, I saw it and I was like, oh, it looks so amazing. I'm really excited to see it all come together. Because even when you're like doing your scenes and everything, it's so different than actually seeing it play out on screen. So yeah,
Yeah.
very excited for that one.
Yeah. You you got some pretty good companions in that movie too. I mean, some that have been on the show, some who have not been on the show. And the thing is like the contrast of different characters played by different people is what makes a movie really good, you know? So with Blood on the Bleachers, you play Haley. Uh
Yes.
if you could give because a little synopsis without spoiling anything, and just kind of like how your character plays in, because I know your premiere I think is on the 22nd of May.
Yeah. So basically she's very sassy. I will say that. A little bit of an emo kid. She's kind of like always filling in competition with Hannah, Ariana's character.
Mhm.
And that was really fun to play off of her. I feel like we had a lot of fun going back and forth in some parts. Um, so basically I think my character is mostly set to kind of push her a little bit and be like the sassy, have some like comedic relief moments as well, things like that. But then at the end, there is a really cool scene with me and Hannah, like where we're going into the house, and I can't say much more, but I'm really excited for that.
Oh yeah. That's one I am very excited to see because it is a slasher, and I just know that the phenomenal actors and actresses that are in it are gonna, you guys are all gonna kill it. So,
Thank you. And everybody in that cast and crew, they were all super dedicated, and I loved working with them, super talented people. So I'm just so excited to see all of that come together.
oh yeah. And then one I just now realized, I still can't pronounce the name of it, is Goita.
Oh yeah, Goetia.
Yes.
Um, we are actually filming that this weekend or Thursday and Friday. It is a Paul Allen film. Don't know if you guys, I feel like you guys have probably met.
Yep. He's been on the show. Yep.
Oh, okay, nice. Okay, I think I remember him posting the link not long ago, actually, if I'm correct. I know a few people have. But yeah, he's great to work with. This is my third time working with him in the past like 3 months, 4 months. And he's just incredible. And the company that my husband and I have, my cat knocked over my thing for a minute. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Um, but the company that my husband and I started is actually going to be working with him a little bit on that with some of the posters, and also he's going to be doing the boom mic and stuff. So, Link, you need to back away. Yes, my cat's name is Link.
It's okay. Link from Zelda?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was my husband's idea there.
Oh,
I love you. You're going to have to go down there. I'm sorry.
no, you're okay. Yeah. If it's any consolation, when I first started this show, it was a completely different show, and it was on someone else's platform, and they filmed the episode completely upside down. So trust me.
Oh my goodness.
And I kept trying to tell them, I was like, I can't see you, and they were like, oh, okay. I was like, well, you're upside down. They're like, it's okay. I was like, it's your
Oh, they
show,
said it's
girl.
okay. That's funny.
Yeah. But Goetia, hopefully I said that right.
I
Uh,
believe so. I believe so.
you play May. Uh, you were telling us kind of like your you and your husband's relationship going to be going into the working with Paul Allen and his crew.
Yeah, for that film at least, and hopefully some other things down the line as well. But I am excited because it'll be our first. Well, we've helped with other projects before, but the first one, like we're doing it under our company's name and everything. So that'll be neat. But yeah, I'm really excited. That one's definitely going to quote, I can't remember who said it exactly. I think it was Paul, but it could have been him quoting someone else. It's either going to, I hope I'm getting this right, move people or offend people. So hopefully it doesn't offend people, but I think it'll be really good.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, you could say hello the wrong way and someone gets offended. So I'm pretty sure that if the wrong crowd sees it or the right crowd sees it, you're going to probably get a little bit of both. Uh, I'm not like that though, so I'll just say that.
No, I think it'll end up being great. Very excited to shoot that this upcoming Thursday and Friday, so it's very close.
Oh yeah. Speaking of Paul Allen, you play Rachel in Sister Sullivan.
Yes. That was the first project I've worked with him on. We filmed that back in January, and my character kind of makes like a brief appearance, but it was a fun role. I don't know if I can say too much about it without spoiling anything, but she kind of gets in with their group of friends for a little bit. I feel like that's about as much as I can. say there.
Yeah. Anybody who's been on a show that's involved with that film has pretty much said that they can't say too much because just one thing can spoil it, and I respect that because I don't like spoilers. Uh, well, every now and then I do, but but like for films that you guys got coming out, I would prefer like this is just for anybody who comes on a show. Like I would prefer that when you guys talk about it, not to spoil anything, just on the off chance. But if you guys do, hey, everyone deserves to have a Tom Holland moment. So,
I don't like giving them away, but I do love getting spoilers for things I'm watching. Always love it.
oh yeah. Uh, so let's talk about you personally for a minute. It's so being in this industry, it can definitely have its drawbacks, and but more so the good things come out of it instead of the bad things. But with you being in the industry, how many times would you say personally you've had to turn down a role because maybe it just didn't fit who you are, or you just didn't vibe with what it was?
Um, I would say every once in a while that has happened. One of the first times it was just kind of like being comfortable in the role, and I didn't feel that, so I ended up not doing that one. And other than that, just like sometimes I'll get an offer for something and it just won't fit in with my schedule or something like that will come up and I'll have to, and that's awful because I want to take everything that I can. So I always hate when that happens.
Uh, uh, and you do got a healthy IMDb here, so you've been in quite a few things. Are you ever out and about and people come up to you and say, "Hey, I seen you in this"? Has that ever happened to you?
Um, Probably not yet. One time we were filming near somewhere and someone did like come up and be like, "Oh, that's so cool" and everything. That's happened a few times, like if we're out filming. But as far as just like being recognized, I would say not yet, but maybe someday. That would be cool.
I think it's gonna happen before the end of the year because you got some killer stuff coming out this year. So,
Thank you. That would be really cool.
yeah. So you say you're married. So you and your husband, when you're filming, does he go with you or does he do his own thing? And sometimes he does go with you.
It depends. I would say sometimes, like a lot of times, he'll end up being an extra in something, or because he does work in films as well, and that's actually how we met, was doing a film together back in 2021. So, um, a lot of times, if he's a part of it, obviously he'll be there. The Art of Killing's coming out soon, and we're both in that, so that was fun. And then other times, like if it's a closed set, if it's out of town and he's able to, he will come to like the town with me. And then I'll just go to set and he'll do his own thing. But kind of just depends on if they need any extra hands or something.
Uh, uh, so with all the films you have under your belt, do you ever possibly think about maybe stepping behind the camera and directing?
Funny you say that. I have been kind of wanting to dip my toes into other things. Um, so with the company that we have, he actually wrote a web series out. So we're both going to be doing a lot of the behind the camera work for that, and that'll be my first time with that. So I'm excited. I did have a YouTube channel when I was little, but I don't know if I would count that. They were not very well made. I was like 12.
Hey, it's okay. I mean, trust me, the YouTube channels, sometimes those things that you do when you're younger are what make people actually, say, "Hey, I want this person for this film."
Yeah,
You know,
that is true.
so because I mean, Keenan and Kel, if they didn't do what they did, I'm pretty sure no one would want. I mean, they'd probably still be doing what they're doing, but they're just, I don't know.
Yeah, I get
But
what you mean.
yeah, I get a little bit scattered brain, especially when I've been, I got like 50,000 things running through my head right now. So, uh, I do want to talk about something else you were in. You were in a movie called The Town Without Halloween.
Oh, yes. That one's very fun. So that's the second film that I've been in by the same people, Greg. So that one I had a very small role in, but the whole film is super cool. I still recommend definitely checking it out. I think it says that I played an officer, but once I got there, it was kind of switched a little, and I'm in the audience for like the show. So it was switched a little bit, but I do have a small appearance in that, yeah.
Oh yeah. Uh, there's something else came out called Smile, and you play Carol.
Yes, that one was cool because I get to kind of be two separate characters. So it starts out, my character is running away from her sister, who is trying to escape from a mental hospital and kill her. And my character is sweet, very girl next door. Her husband, which was actually played by my husband, is kind of comforting her through the whole thing. And then all of a sudden at the end, this huge twist happens, and I get to play very different version of that character, very menacing. So that was very fun to kind of get to do two different roles in one.
Uh, I love a good twist at the end. You know.
Yeah, I always love those two.
Yeah. So how do you compare yourself to the generation that's out there right now that are trying to break into the industry? Do you feel that, because you've been doing this for, for a little bit now, do you feel that you're more of a could be more of a role model if someone wanted to kind of have you take them under your wing, or would you feel that you're still learning yourself?
I would definitely say that I'm still learning myself. But anybody who wants advice with like just starting out or something, I would always be happy to help them. But yeah, I definitely feel like I'm still kind of in that process. For sure. Yeah.
All right. So the question I normally ask everybody is, who are some of your idols? Who are some of the people that you haven't worked with yet that you would definitely love to work with?
Okay. And it can be anyone, like regardless of how huge their name is.
Yep.
Okay. Um, right now, out of like the newer generation, I love Jenna Ortega. I think she
Mhm.
would be really cool to work with, very talented, especially for her age, like being so dedicated and everything. I know I heard her talking about like her schedule when she was on Wednesday and very rigorous. So I think it's cool that she has that much dedication to that.
Oh yeah.
Um, and then, I don't know. I've been asked this question a few times, and I always have like so many people in my head that it's hard to really narrow it down. But on the same topic, since I brought her up, Christina Ricci or Ricky, I think she would be really cool. I don't know how to pronounce her last name. Is it Richie or Ricky?
Richie.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
So, growing up, I watched her in a few things like Casper and also playing Wednesday, like watching the old Wednesday Addams or Addams Family Show. But I love Yellow Jackets, so seeing her in that and playing that kind of crazy character, she would be really cool to work with as well.
Oh yeah.
And also Jessica Lange is a top one for sure.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Uh, who would you compare yourself to acting wise? Now that's a question I've never asked anybody.
Oh. Ooh, okay. That makes me think a little. I know when I first started acting classes, they had you do like a portfolio where you would kind of put down like actors that you could play like similar roles as and things like that. So someone that I put down with that is Joey King. And that's who I kind of get like comparisons to a lot. So I would say Joey King.
Oh yeah. I can see that.
But I really like her, so that's a honor. I love like seeing her in different things, especially the act. Her acting in that was phenomenal.
Oh yeah. You know, my wife's favorite movie from her was Kissing Booth.
Oh yeah, that's a
Yeah.
cute one
Yeah.
too.
I would say she made me watch part one and two, but after watching part one, I was kind of like already ready to watch part two. So I was like, okay.
That was a good one too. Jacob Elordi did great in that.
Oh yeah. Uh, so what advice would you give to anyone, especially the younger generation getting into this? What advice would you give them about breaking into the industry?
First of all, do not be afraid of rejection because what I've always heard is as long as you're getting like around 10% of the auditions that you're doing, which when you think about it, that's only 10 out of 100, then you are doing a good job because there's always so many people that are going out for the same role. So you can't let that discourage you. And just get out there and do it. Like whether it's a short film or a college film, just start building your resume up, I guess. And classes are always great. especially when you're starting out, but even after that, like it's good to always go back and hone on your craft a lot.
Uh, uh, what advice would you give 10-year-old you?
Ooh, 10-year-old me. Um, don't give up because at the time I'm from a super small town, so there wasn't a whole lot going on as far as films or anything. So I always wanted to act and I would do plays, but I didn't really see how that could ever progress. But then as I got older, especially like with self-tapes, I ended up moving to, I live in Louisville now, but at first I moved to Lexington. And I just saw how many more opportunities there were for things like that out here, and especially if you're willing to travel. So definitely just don't give up. And also, to 10-year-old me, I would say you're not as good as you think you are at this moment.
Uh, so, out of all the films and projects you've been involved with, was there a specific scene or a specific line or maybe an effect that kind of sticks out to you to where you're like, damn, I did that better than what I thought I was going to be, or it came out better than what you were thinking? Did it exceed your expectations?
Yes. So actually, Smile, the one that you mentioned earlier, there's a scene in that where I'm talking to my husband and I'm kind of giving the backstory of my character. It ends up being mostly untrue by the end, but at the time, she is trying to sell her emotions and it just came out a lot better than I thought it would, especially like before like we started filming because I kept getting like tongue-tied on a couple of parts. But then once the camera was rolling and everything, and I actually saw it played back, I was like, I'm actually really proud of that. So yeah.
Oh yeah. Uh, is there anything for all the people you have worked with? Is there anything you'd like to say to them that you haven't said to them yet? And I'm not talking negative stuff. I'm talking positive stuff. I've said that question a couple times. People are like, "What? You want me to say something negative?" I'm like, no, positive.
Well, yeah, actually, just everybody who I've ever worked with, thank you for that opportunity because I've enjoyed every single person that I've met in this industry so far. Everybody's unique and has their own talents and like things that they bring to or off of the camera. And it's really good to be around that and get to meet so many other people and work with them and collaborate. So just thank you for being a part of my film journey. And I'm glad I got to be a part of all of yours.
Oh yeah. So where would you like to see yourself 10 years from now?
Um, so basically, I would love to be on some form of a TV show. Like that would be my ultimate like dream, like a long running TV show with lots of character development, some mysteries, things like that. That would be an absolute dream. But as long as I'm still working and being able to do what I love, regardless of what it is, I would be as happy. So yeah.
Uh, Uh, so we're kind of coming to the end of the show. I'm going to give you the floor for the next couple minutes. You can plug your socials where people can or cannot reach out to you. Up to you. Plug where they can watch your movies and just kind of stay up to date with what you got going on and what you got coming out.
Okay. It's funny, I actually made this whole like checkpoint because I wasn't sure. And then you kind of covered so many things. So thank you. You were very prepared. Um, but Blood on the Bleachers is going to be premiering on at May 22nd at the Historic State Theater. It's already been entered in a film festival and it swept the floor. So that's super exciting. And congratulations to everybody who won those. Uh, and Daylight to Dark is available on DVD and Blu-ray. Also, it is available to stream on Amazon and Tubi. And so far, it's been entered into 5 film festivals. So really excited to see how that ends up working out. I hope it wins some things. A short kind of role, but it was very unhinged and crazy for accepting loneliness. It will be premiering soon, but I won't have details for a little bit. The Art of Killing will also be premiering soon, more details to come. And I'll be making a few appearances in the movie 77 and the comedy Swipe Right. And right now, I am filming a short for Point of View Story, so more details on that later as well. I think that pretty much covers everything. But as far as social media, Facebook, Casey Rhe'Anne, and then I do have Instagram. It's @ sign. I don't get on there a lot. Casey is not cool. I thought that was an interesting username.
uh, there is one more because I know you like TV shows, and I wanted to save this one for last because it is the one I'm the least familiar with. You are in one episode, but it is called The Pure and the Damned. You,
Oh, that is kind of like a mafia crime show. You can find it on Amazon Prime. I think I am only going to be a part of the one episode unless they end up bringing my character back. But I think that they are preparing to film more of that. I'm not sure how much has been released yet. But if you want to check it out, it is really good. So
oh yeah, oh no, I'll definitely check it out. Uh, so everything you've done, the stuff I've seen you in, I can tell you you're a phenomenal actress, at least my opinion. And I can tell you that the sky's the limit. You're going to be, you got a bright future, and you're going to be doing this well beyond 10 years. I can guarantee that too. So,
thank you so much. That means the absolute world to me. Thank you.
uh, you're most welcome. I do want to say though, when Blood on the Bleachers comes out, once it comes out on DVD and Blu-ray or however I can stream it, I'm going to watch it, and I can guarantee you because we do a award show at the end of the year for NC-17. I can guarantee I already know that that is going to be up for some awards.
Okay, so I'm excited.
you know, but I do look forward to definitely seeing more of your features and more of your movies coming out, and I'm sure we'll definitely be talking relatively soon.
For sure.
Uh, but also, I do want to say on a more personal note, thank you for showing interest in Not There.
Oh, you are very welcome, and thank you for inviting me on the show and everything.
Oh yeah, no, you're more than welcome on this show anytime. This is a platform for you guys to come out here and talk what you guys do because I thoroughly enjoy it.
Well, thank you. Also, I love your background and the Funko
Oh,
Pops and everything.
oh yeah, yeah, those are all the signed ones. I don't like talking about myself, but I will. No, I'll just play. But yeah, no, all those are autographed by the people who played those roles. And then these are all my favorite horror movies except for Best of the Best 2, which is action, but that don't belong there. Don't ask me why it's there. I don't know. But yeah, it covers the whole room.
Oh, it's cool. I like Funko Pops. I think they're kind of cool.
No, yeah.
I only have a couple of them, but I want to start growing a collection. So that's neat.
Well, what's your favorite type of Funko Pop to collect, if you don't mind me asking?
The TV show ones. I'm not really sure exactly like the all the differences, but I love any from like TV shows that I've seen or characters that really stood out to me. So yeah.
All right. Well, I can definitely tell you that I know my wife is going to be getting rid of some of her Funko Pops, and she's got tons. So when she does, I'll let you know what they are, and if you want any of them, they're yours.
Well, thank you. I'm
You're
excited
welcome. All right, we're gonna go ahead and end it here. I want to thank you, Casey, for coming on. You've been an absolute rock star.
Thank you. You
You're
have been
welcome.
as well.
Oh, thank you. Uh, I only work good off of people. No, you guys are good. You guys are all awesome. So, uh, hey, and since your husband's in the industry too, next time you come on, if he wants to come on, he's more than welcome.
Well, thank you.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and let you go so you can go enjoy the rest of your Sunday, and I'm gonna finish writing Not There Part Two. And yeah, it
So,
was
well, it
an
was
honor.
great being on here.
Oh yeah, anytime. So if you want to come on and plug a movie, talk movies, or just say, Josh, you got a booger in your nose. I clean it out every day though. You're,
Okay. Thank you.
you're welcome. All right, you have a good day, everybody. Stay NC-17.